Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Crowdor here, keeping it tanky in Raid Shadow Legends, and I broke the bank for this summon pool. We're trying to get Tetsuya the Deliverer. We've got 21 shots. We're going to start with a 10 pop, and then we're going to end with single pulls. We got 21 shots. 21 shots. As far as the legendaries are concerned, the only two I don't want to see are Tatsu, because I already finished my Mikage and I don't need her for anything else, and Arashi the Riptide, and that's simply because he's kind of lackluster, which is unfortunate because he should be really good. He's an HP-based damage dealer, which isn't that what the new fusion's supposed to be? Arashi 2.0, is that what we're after here? All right, those are the only two legendaries that I don't want to see coming out of these shards. First 10 pop, here we go. Come on, let's get something good. I saw somebody in the Discord got 3 legendaries in the same 10 pool. Show me that kind of luck, Plarium. Got Wuji, Hotatsu, Sachi, Masamoto, Chonoru, Wuji the first dupe, Burangiri, Kinagashi, Hotatsu, Wuji. That's not a great way to start. Hold up, click the link in the description right now to get a free Uugo, as well as 2 more free epic champions as you level up. Here are the steps to get yours. Step 1, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champ. This is an amazing account start to Raid, so click the link and start now. We got 11 more shots. We got this. One at a time. This is an epic. I don't even know who this is. 50% chance of stealing a random buff from the target on the 8-1. AoE decrease attack on a 3 turn. Places counter attack on a target ally for 2 turns. Places for 3 turns instead if the ally is from the Shadowkin faction. Then fills the turn meter of all allies by 15% and places increased crit damage on all allies for 2 turns. Also places increased crit rate on all allies from the Shadowkin faction on a 4-turn cooldown. That's a weird skill. Then increases all heals and turn meter fill effects by 20% when used on allies from the Shadowkin faction. If there are multiple champions on the team with the skill, only one will activate. Speed and faction crips by 24%. That'll be nice. Weird. I'll only complain a little bit, and that's only because it's not a legendary. Okay, another epic. That's not what we want to see. Masamoto, what do you do again? Double hitter, A1, has a 30% chance of stealing a random buff. A lot of buff steal A1s here. Another AoE decreased attack. Only a 75% chance, though, on a 3 turn, so this seems just kind of worse. And then places increased defense on all allies for 2 turns and fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. The last one we just pulled was better. Just objectively better in every way. Okay, well, that's not good. It's another epic. Konoichi, a 40% chance at a weaken A1. AoE Leech on a 4 turn. Ew. Ally protection and fills this champion's turn meter by 50% on a 3 turn cooldown. Interesting. And then places block damage on this champion for 1 turn whenever their health drops below 50% on a 5 turn cooldown. Okay, so a protector with AoE Leech. Not too bad. But that's not what we're after. We're after gold. I just said that's not too bad. We're after gold. Don't you dare. Now, you did this to me last time with the Sylvan, and like the time before that with whoever I pulled for. You've screwed me over on a lot of recent summon pools, Plarium. Don't let this be the 3rd or 4th one in a row. All right, we got A1 has a 50% chance of placing weaken. Will attack all enemies instead when counterattacking with this skill. Okay. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing block buffs for 2 turns on a 4 turn. Places perfect veil and a counterattack buff on this champion for 2 turns on a 3 turn. Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing weaken for 2 turns. Will attack all enemies instead. Wait, what? This is weird. It's got the A1 in 2 different spots on the same champion. Okay, ally attack in all battles by 20%. Well, that was a weird read, but not a horrible champ, I guess. Another epic. It's another Masamoto. Oh, legendary. Dupe Lady Kimmy. We got a legendary, so I'm not complaining. But outside of those 2 that I didn't want, this was the bottom of the list. Lady Kimmy's a really good champ, though. She's got a A1 that attacks one enemy, then attacks the enemy with the highest turn meter. will attack the same enemy twice if the initial target also has the highest turn meter. The second hit has a 60% chance when booked of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%. So a lot of turn meter control on this champion's kit. On the A2, it's an AoE, has a 100% chance of placing decreased accuracy and decreased speed for 2 turns. Also has a 100% chance when booked of decreasing each target's turn meter by 15% on a 3-turn cooldown. Then on the A3, removes 1 random buff from each enemy, then has a 100% chance when booked of placing a block buff's debuff for 2 turns on enemies who have buffs removed. Also fills the turn meter of all allies by 15% and places increased accuracy and increased speed on all allies for 2 turns. That is on a 4-turn cooldown when booked. Then the passive, whenever this champion places a debuff on an enemy, also decreases that enemy's turn meter by 5% for each debuff placed. Whenever this champion or an ally receives a debuff, fills their turn meter by 5% for each debuff received. Again, a lot of turn meter control in this champion's kit. She's got speed and Doom Tower by 30%. Good, nice boost for wave floors. I wouldn't recommend using her in very many boss fights. But, you know, if you need a clutch block buffs in Hydra, she could be used for that. But a solid champion. If you watch my live arena videos, then you know that I use her religiously because she's tied for the best base speed in the game. Taragi the Frog, first one that I've gotten in this video. Not a bad pull at all. 40% chance at a decreased attack A1. The A2 attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing provoke for 1 turn. This chance increases by 5% for each debuff on the enemy team. So if you can get 10 more, if you can get 10 debuffs on the enemy team, it's a 100% chance of being provoked. On a 3-turn cooldown, on the A3, places a shield buff equal to 15% of this champion's max HP and ally protection on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Also heals this champion by 25% of their max HP and places a reflect damage buff on them for 3 turns. Then heal increases by 2.5% for each poison debuff on the enemy team. That is on a 3-turn cooldown, so you can keep reflect damage up on him 100% of the time. It's a nice heal, good protection skill. And then on the passive, when attacked, has a 50% chance of placing a poison, strong version, on the attacker for 2 turns, occurs once per hit. This is a really good champion, especially for like early game clan boss. He's got resistance in all battles by 40 for the lead. Just a solid champion. Glad to have a copy of him on the account. I'm sure he'll be useful in some kind of like restrictive content. Another copy of Tomoe, just a better version of Masamoto. Lovely. All right, last 2. Can we get another legendary on the last one? I hope so, because I don't want to end it on a Masamoto. Come on, legendary? No legendary. Gory. You come back again. After I pull you on the 1+1, you come back again. Just to rub it in my face how you are not good. I'm not going over his kit again because I just went over it in a recent video. Well, that's mildly disappointing, but we can go to the faction guardians here and do some work. Pop Lady Kimmy in here, 10% HP for Lady Kimmy and Ninja, which 10% HP for Ninja is a very good thing. All right, now we got to make some decisions here. Obviously, we want to empower Kenagashi because she is she's the only reviver in the faction, so we need her as tanky as possible. We'll use our Masamoto copies first. Let's see, Taragi we can empower. Pop him out there. 2 more Masamotos. Hotatsu would be good. I like Hotatsu. We'll throw the Gories in there. Nagorio I don't really plan on using. Fenshi I don't really plan on using. So that's fine. Now we can go and do a crap ton of empowerment. Kenagashi goes to +2. 5 more speed is always nice. And then we can go to Taragi, pop him in there, +2 for him as well. Not upset about that at all. Let's see who's next. We'll do Tomoe. I don't know when we'll ever use her, but she's there. +2, just making the faction wars all that stronger. We can +1 Burangiri, which will be great for making him tankier for soloing Bommel, which is what we're hoping to build him to do in the not too distant future. Hotatsu goes to +3. Love to see it. I remember he was one of the first epics that I ever pulled on my account, and I used him for the longest time, and I regretted feeding him. So now that I've got him again, I'm very, very happy about that. Konoichi, yeah, we'll empower her too, because she can benefit from being tanky, being a protector. There we go. Take her to +2. Yeah, we'll go with Wooji too. +3 Wooji. Might use her for a third Hydra team at some point. Doesn't seem like too bad of a champ. All right, now I think, yep, that's going to be it for our current empowerments. There's the result of $200. Lots of progress on factions. We got a legendary, so I can't complain too much. We broke the cycle of no legendary on... Well, no, we got a legendary on the last one too, just not the one we wanted. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Let me know how your guys' polls went if you did so. Otherwise, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tanky.